In recent weeks, a surge of posts on X has drawn attention to growing public concern over ethanol-blended petrol in India and beyond. Users are sharing stories of engine trouble, reduced fuel efficiency and increased maintenance costs, all seemingly linked to the increased ethanol content in fuel. While ethanol blending is part of a government push towards cleaner, more sustainable energy, many vehicle owners are finding the transition far from smooth. The Oil Ministry tried to allay those concerns in a long explainer, but that also did not go well with the users. So what exactly is ethanol-blended petrol? Why is it being promoted? And why are so many people now saying it's doing more harm than good? Ethanol-blended petrol is cleaner, greener, and maybe slightly meaner to your mileage. Let's talk about E20. That's 20% ethanol mixed with petrol and what it really means for your car and your wallet. First things first, what is E20 fuel or ethanol blending? When 20% ethanol is blended in your petrol. But why is it done? Ethanol is a renewable fuel. It is made from sugarcane, broken rice, even farm waste. That means lower CO2 emissions, less reliance on crude oil, and better income for farmers. India had a target to blend 20% ethanol in petrol by 2030, but we achieved the target way before time. So now we have a new target of 30% blending by 2030. There are special vehicles which use E100 or 100% blending as well, but that's not in India currently. But there has been an issue here. In a country where we are obsessed with the question, "Gaadi kitna mileage deti hai?" and rightly so, government has said that ethanol blending impacts mileage by 1 to 2% for four-wheelers designed for E10 and calibrated for E20 and 3 to 6% for other vehicles. This is because ethanol has a lower energy density than petrol, and this is the reason for lower mileage. This of course means higher petrol consumption, more cost for consumers, and also the worry that they are paying the same price for ethanol blended petrol, which should have ideally been lowered at a time when even crude prices have been trending lower. Let's quickly take a look at the cost breakup. According to CSEP, the price OMCs pay per litre of ethanol includes weighted average ex-mill ethanol price, which is around 65.35 rupees. You add GST of 5% to this, which will be around 3.27 rupees. Transportation charges, depending on the distance, will be between 0.27 to 4.13 rupees. And on the high side, this takes the ethanol cost to around 72.75 rupees per litre. But the final price of petrol currently is around 110 to 115 rupees per litre, depending on VAT in different states and the excise duty element as well. Ethanol blended petrol is still lower at cost than pure petrol, and this has not been passed on to the consumers due to 50% going to taxes. Additionally, Brent prices also have been hovering around $65 to $67 a barrel, right? Despite all this, we are not seeing any change in the final price of petrol. This is irking Indian consumers. That's one part of the story. Government has also added that cars need to have E20 compatible materials to minimize efficiency losses, and added that major automakers have already adopted these upgrades. The fear is not every vehicle is compatible to these changes. We spoke to some experts and they suggested as of 2025, some vehicles on Indian roads are not fully compatible with E20, and majority of cars and two-wheelers on the road were designed for E5 or E10 blends. But a lot of automakers have started to roll out compatible vehicles. Running E20 in non-compatible vehicles can lead to corrosion in fuel lines and engine parts, engine knocking or reduced performance, and warranty issues as well. And where do we stand when it comes to global players? Well, Brazil started ethanol blending in the 1970s, and now they are one of the pioneers with 84.5% vehicles in the market which are flex fuel vehicles. Flex fuel vehicles have engines which are capable of operating on gasoline and any blend of gasoline and ethanol up to 83%, depending on geography, the season as well. In the US, 95% of the petrol is with 10% ethanol blend. Ethanol blending boosts energy security by reducing crude oil imports, and considering that we import 80% of our energy needs, it is an important task that has been taken up by the government. Since 2014 to 15, over 1.4 lakh crore has been saved in foreign exchange, according to the government. They also add that E20 blending has helped reduce CO2 emissions by 700 lakh tons. So yes, there are a lot of positives, but these are some concerns that the consumers have currently.
Make informed decisions with comprehensive analysis on the go. Strengthen your portfolio with real-time market updates on the go. Create effective strategies with insightful expert opinions on the go.
Grow on the go with CNBC-TV18, now streaming live 24/7 on YouTube.
Thanks for tuning in to CNBC TV 18, and for more news and updates, follow us on all the social media platforms.